The burden and responsibility of being a man.
Life as a man is not gentle. It never has been.
And one of the most beautiful yet terrifying truths about being born a man is this:
you are not valued by default.
Society does not care about your feelings, your intentions, or your potential.
You are measured almost entirely by your usefulness, by what you can build, protect, endure, and provide.
That reality can either crush you or forge you into something formidable. If you are willing to accept responsibility, embrace hardship, and refuse to quit, you have the chance to build yourself into something extraordinary. You can become a man of strength, purpose, discipline, and honor. But if you stand still, wait for sympathy, or expect handouts, you will earn neither respect nor meaning.
No one will come to lift you up. Respect is not given to men, it is earned through action. Many men today have forgotten just how competitive and demanding life truly is.
From the moment you enter adulthood, you are in constant competition not only with other men, but with time, entropy, fear, and your own weaknesses. To be a man is to recognize this reality and stand up anyway, declaring, "I will become as capable, strong, principled, and honorable as possible, and I will work relentlessly to get there."
The danger of uncontrolled emotion.
One of the most misunderstood ideas in modern culture is the belief that emotional expression without restraint is healthy for men. In reality, men who lack emotional control are not harmless, they are dangerous.
This is where the conversation around toxic masculinity becomes deeply flawed.
Traditional masculinity at its core is not about aggression or domination. It is about duty. A traditionally masculine man does not act based on what he feels like doing. He acts based on what must be done. He runs into the burning building not because he feels brave, but because it is his responsibility. He stands firm under pressure not because it is comfortable, but because others depend on him. When we teach men that they have no duty, only feelings, we create chaos. Men who act purely on impulse, who allow emotions to dictate behavior, become unstable. History and statistics show us that violence often comes from men who cannot regulate their inner world. Emotional volatility combined with physical capability is a dangerous combination. A stoic man, by contrast, is rarely a threat. He pauses. He thinks. He restrains himself. He understands that strength without control is destruction, but strength guided by principle is protection. Masculinity is protection and provision. A good man is not defined by dominance, but by responsibility. He protects those weaker than himself. He provides for those in his care. He stands as a barrier between danger and his family. When disaster strikes, fires, violence, emergencies, people instinctively look for masculine men. Firefighters, police officers, first responders. Men who can act under pressure. Men who can suppress panic and perform regardless of fear. This is why masculinity exists. It is not ornamental. It is functional. Removing self-control from men does not make the world safer. It produces either weak men incapable of action or volatile men prone to destruction. Both outcomes are catastrophic. The real crisis, cowardice. The true epidemic of our time is not masculinity, it is cowardice. Too many men are afraid of failure, afraid of judgment, afraid of discomfort, afraid of fear itself. But it is on the other side of fear that respect is earned. To gain respect, you must do what others are unwilling to do. And that almost always means doing what you yourself are afraid of. Courage does not mean the absence of fear. Courage means acting despite fear. If you are not afraid when you do something difficult, then it is not bravery, it is comfort. Real courage is stepping forward while your instincts scream for retreat. Every meaningful man has faced fear repeatedly. The difference is that he did not allow fear to decide his actions.
Life is a game of progression.
Life operates like a game. You start with limited abilities, limited resources, and limited understanding.
As you face challenges and survive them, you upgrade yourself.
You gain strength, resilience, wisdom, and confidence.
With each upgrade, you can handle harder levels.
So levels never end.
That is not a flaw, it is the beauty of the game.
Many men complain that life is difficult, but difficulty is what gives achievement its value. If greatness were easy, it would be meaningless. Scarcity creates worth.
Effort creates pride. You cannot complain that becoming a great man is hard while also admiring great men.
The difficulty is the filter. It ensures that not everyone makes it. There is no light without darkness. You will never appreciate strength unless you remember weakness. You will never value discipline unless you have known chaos. You will never respect victory unless you have suffered loss.
Action over emotion. A man of principle acts consistently regardless of mood. He does not allow feelings to dictate behavior. You can wake up tired, angry, stressed, or discouraged and still do what must be done. The work does not change based on your emotional state.
Duty remains. This is not emotional repression. This is emotional mastery. A man may feel fear and still advance.
He may feel sadness and still lead.
He may feel unmotivated and still train.
Motivation is not required for discipline.
Most excuses are emotional disguises.
I lack motivation. I don't feel ready.
I'm not in the right mindset. These are not barriers, they are avoidance. Many men before you felt exactly the same and acted anyway.
That is why the world exists as it does today.
The cost of emotional impulses. Your emotions will offer you comfort in the moment and regret later. Uncontrolled anger destroys relationships. Indulgence weakens character. Laziness delays progress. Impatience ruins opportunities. There are two kinds of pain in life, the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. Discipline hurts briefly. Regret hurts forever. Every time you choose the easy emotional response over the hard correct action, you are trading short-term relief for long-term suffering. Character is built when you choose restraint over impulse.
Growth to pressure.
Pressure reveals who you are. Hardship exposes weaknesses and offers the chance to refine them.
When you face resistance, conflict, frustration, delay, it is not necessarily punishment. It is often training.
If you fail to learn the lesson, the test will repeat. Life does not move forward until you do. You cannot control every circumstance, but you can always control your response.
Stability in response is strength. Consistency under pressure is power.
Mastery over the inner world.
You do not need to eliminate emotion.
You need to command it. Feeling an emotion does not require acting on it. You can observe anger without expressing it.
You can experience disappointment without surrendering to it. You can acknowledge fear without obeying it.
This is what maturity looks like. When you learn to govern your inner world, the outer world loses its power over you. The path forward. If you want respect, become respectable. If you want confidence, do difficult things. If you want strength, embrace discomfort.
Stop waiting to feel different.
Start acting differently.
Manhood is not found in words or feelings. It is forged through action, restraint, courage, and responsibility repeated daily.
The world does not need more emotional men. It needs more disciplined men. Men who act with purpose. Men who choose duty over impulse. Men who carry weight without complaint. That is how men have always been built. And that is how they must be built again.